have to get to. There we go. Make sure the stream is not fuckoed.
I got an ad.
You got an get fucked. Yeah, ad software shit like doesn't work at all. Or like ad block on Twitch does not work. Not that I've tried or anything. Then sub pussy.
I'm poor.
Alright. I get to load the game.
Bro, my cat is such a little shit.
What is Kitty doing?
So she knows she's not supposed to get up on my dresser because she just knocks everything down off of it.
Yeah.
And I went into the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I came back, and she was on top of it, and she looked right at me and jumped down.
Have a wonderful adventure.
Aw. Bastard Kitty.
Yeah, she's getting her bits taken out later. Because she's getting to that age.
Monka.
Yeah, I hear you. Say hi.
Hello, Kitty?
She's very chatty.
My cat earlier was very upset that that she did not have treats and was like screaming.
Aaron, you should you should check your Facebook really quick.
I saw already.
No, I'm the sailor.
No, me.
Felix, which one of the village people would you be?
It's very important.
Felix doesn't want to be one of the village
Sorry,
people.
I forgot I was fucking unmuted. I forgot I was muted. Which one do you think I would be? Because I have no idea.
I'll be
I'm not sure.
the cop. That way you can be the only good one.
I don't know. I was kind of feeling the. Hold on, let me take a look at the village people.
I don't want to be the racist one, okay? That's where I draw the line.
I don't know. Either the the cowboy's looking pretty hot.
Oh shit! I'd want to.
Dude, I think I might be the cowboy.
Okay, I'll be the sailor. When I think about it, I don't want to be included in a cab.
Well, the guy that plays the sailor is also the cop.
Oh.
I think. I can't remember. Because sometimes they have like the army guy instead of the sailor. It's weird.
Dude, I walked up to the corner just a second ago, and I pressed C to switch which shoulder I was firing from. Like, oh yeah, this game doesn't have that. It's Battlefront. Rusted scrap pipe bombs.
All right, Felix. Which village person are you? We can't help you choose.
I'll be the construction worker then.
Nice.
I'm the foreman, and this is what I do.
Yo, are you on Heisenberg's thing?
Yeah.
Jared said that some of the dudes down here are like servitors, you know, with like mechanical parts or whatever.
There they are. Even the base grunt dudes have like a mechanical face shield.
Nice.
But yeah, they're slightly stronger than just your average homeless person. PSA, do not mistreat the homeless. If you do, I will fucking find your address.
Dude, you have to tell that to the New York subway system.
Yeah. Fucking New York. Yeah, why did you remove the vents? Or why'd you remove the benches? To spite the homeless? Smile. Oh. 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 What, is that a bad thing? Yes.
Dude, my mom is convinced that the laundry in the wash is mine, even though I have not been here for 2 weeks. I'm like, come on. Come on.
Is it yours?
There's no way. These motherfuckers, either these people have not done laundry in 2 weeks, or my laundry is down there. Or either either they haven't done laundry in 2 weeks and my laundry is down there, which is fucking disgusting, or it's somebody else's laundry.
Mm-hmm. Is it your laundry? Well, that's beside the point. How dare you?
Dude, I've got enough socks to last a month.
Jesus. I have enough socks for like 2 weeks, but I have like about a week's worth that I like to wear all the time, especially in the summer. So I have to I do laundry as soon as I have enough to do, to be honest. It's compulsive.
I try to do that, but then the depression kicks in.
When I run out of long sleeve shirts, I know it's a problem.
Yeah, I have a basket. I even put my clothing into it. I'm always yelling at my boyfriend because he puts his clothes on the fucking floor like an animal. Right next to the basket sometimes. I could throttle him.
You know, if I don't have an empty basket, obviously there's only one place for it. But if the basket is dirty shit, obviously you put it in the basket.
Yeah.
I'll fold my clothes and just like not put them away.
That's me right now.
Another one?
That's what he does. Is that like a guy thing then? Just like not putting away your laundry?
No, I'm just fucking late. It might be,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just lazy right now.
Because it seems like none of the guys that I know like put their laundry away. Like I'll even fold his laundry and stick it up on his dresser for him to put away. And he'll just sit there.
That guy
Until
just
he
fucking
wears it.
straight at me. I mean, normally I'll put it away, like, after, like, when I'm done with it. But, like, I'm just lazy. Another dude.
I don't know if it's cloudy where you guys are, but it is here.
What the fuck was that? Okay. Have a nice day.
Bye bye.
Landmine. Come at me, I fucking dare you. What the fuck? That guy just jetpack jumped. That's not fair.
I hate to break it to you, but life isn't fair.
This guy's gonna fucking kill me, and I just like dropped a shitload of frames right there. I'm getting this fucking kill. I don't know what to do. Jeez, I'm like inside of you.
Flushed emoji. Yeah, I'll move folded clothes from my chair to the bed and then back and forth.
Fuck, man. That was pain. Yeah, I think when I was in college too, I did a decent job of like putting my shit away after I was done.
Yeah, in college I did a good job.
Yeah, but like there's nobody here to give a shit.
Yeah, when there was like no space in college either. Like you put it away or you had nowhere to walk.
Yeah. You know, college is just like shitty in so many ways. Like, yeah, you have to live in like fucking tenements.
Asbestos-lined buildings.
Yeah, fucking yeah, Felix. In case you don't know, the one of the buildings we lived in. I don't know if you lived in the one that begins with a J. It's for Jimmy. But that
right,
one.
yeah.
That one.
I lived. Go ahead.
They did not fucking, or the building was had asbestos in it,
Yep.
and just like nobody gives a shit.
Power source?
Oh,
Yeah, I remember everyone raising a huge stink about that when they were cleaning all the asbestos out and tried to keep it really hush hush. And the
Yeah.
students were like, why did you not tell us that this building was full of asbestos?
that's a health hazard. I will sue you. If I had the money to, I'd fucking sue them. That's unsafe living conditions. This is
Well, I know one of you lived in the building that starts with a D and got to experience the floors flooding with us.
yeah.
That was
Dude,
beautiful.
that was the best part.
The other building too had that. Apparently, one summer a pipe burst inside Jay, and they fucking didn't tell anyone, and so the carpet was fucking filled with black mold, and nobody knew. And I lived there for a year in black mold zone. And yeah.
True beauty for the college students. There were multiple times when in D the fucking toilets would back up and the water would flow out instead of
Oh.
in,
That's
and it
horrid.
flooded our floor with literal shit water.
It's just what happens when you live in an area. You know, if you live in an apartment, it'd be the same thing. No, it wouldn't.
Remember the apartments? The fucking rotting
Oh
floors.
my fuck.
and
Yeah,
the
on like the
bathrooms.
wooden patio in quotes area.
Muffin. Who could forget the muffin at the bottom of the stairwell?
Dude, that just proves that nobody fucking cleaned it. That a muffin was able to stay there long enough. Also, the muffin never rotted because there's so many fucking preservatives in it.
I forgot about the muffin. That was so funny.
Fucking based muffin. But yeah, the muffin, I think it was more than one. Someone threw cupcakes down there and other rotting filth.
I loved it when our neighbors would throw parties during finals.
Oh my fuck. Which ones?
Um,
Was it the weed
do you
ones or
remember
the
when I
people below
lived-
us? Or I guess they would have been your next door
It was actually-
neighbors because you
there
guys
was-
lived under us.
Right, so it was the guys who lived next door to us and the people who lived... Well, the people who lived next door to us were the worst, but sometimes the people who were adjacent to you guys upstairs would.
Yeah. The
And I
weed-
went upstairs to them.
The
and knocked
weed
on the door,
dudes were
was
like,
like,
okay. For the most part, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I got ball mold. But like,
Fog mold.
There was one time I was like, hey, can you guys, like, tone it down? They're like, we're sleeping. And I'm like fucking hell you are. Your house is full of smoke and you had music blasting until you answered the door.
That's the loudest sleep I've ever heard.
that's one loud ass sleep. On jaw.
I too sleep with the music on blast.
True. Pull out the gun. Pull out the gun. I like how he pulled out the knife first when he's getting sucked into this fan. Yeah, I'm gonna stab it. But no, like, a couple times we had
That was close.
guys, it was just like, hey man, it's really fucking loud and like people are trying to do shit here. Can you guys be quiet? Like, yeah, no problem, dude. Like, oh, that's surprising. Normally the people that do this should have a fucking like hissy fit tantrum.
It's because most college students are fucking children. And because it was, a private school, a lot of these kids never...
Deal with the real fucking... I can't say the real world because that makes it sound... That's like boomery. But they don't have to deal with the consequences of their actions. That's a better way to put it.
Well, it doesn't give you respect for other people's time and lives, is in my opinion. It's like,
Yes.
which is why they get so mad when I'm like, hey, it's 2 a.m, I need to sleep. And people would get shitty with me about it. Like, it's Wednesday, it's 2 a.m. in the middle of finals. Y'all have no right.
Just because
They
you're...
got raided once. Our neighbors.
Oh yeah, they did.
I
I remember that because I thought we were gonna get in trouble. I was like, all right, everyone, quiet the fuck down. And like, I don't think we were ever allowed in the apartments. we were never louder than anyone else, really.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Maybe like, no, we definitely weren't ever louder. We got loud sometimes, but it was like Friday night.
Yeah, it was a night when people either weren't there or when everyone was going to be up late. And, like, especially by loud, it wasn't like people are fucking screaming at the top of their lungs, banging on the floor, and blasting
She'll
music.
start her ceremony
Like-
with your
Yeah, it sounded like we were jumping up and down in the bed sometimes, I swear.
If that happens, it's all over.
You know,
For
I
your
just have to
kid.
wonder, like,
And for the whole village.
what the fuck goes on through people's heads?
Don't
Where they're
worry.
like, oh boy,
I'll
3 a.m.
I'll give you room to kill.
Dude, you saw that episode of SpongeBob.
Oh boy, 3 a.m. Yeah, but Patrick ate a fucking burger, and he didn't bother anyone about it.
See your kid's power.
He didn't go to eat his burger and
Take
started
Rose?
screaming like a
I'd
banshee.
like to see you try.
You
Be my
gotta be
captain.
like Patrick, not a fucking dickhole.
Living like everyone says, living like Larry, but I want to be living like Patrick.
Like not a
The face
fucker.
when your teammates aren't on the point.
Or are you playing Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
You know, I might only have. This will probably be like, in. Fuck. Dang it, my mic stand got shitted. In quotes, a short stream. But like,
There's more?
we're getting to the end of this game. I'll probably finish it, and then eventually I'll do some streams where it's New Game Plus, just to show off the weapons. But otherwise I'll probably just play it on my own, unless people want to see this.
No, I hate Resident Evil. I don't want to see it ever again. I'm kidding.
Bitch.
Only joke.
I'll crush your nuts, bitch. You
The face when Darth Vader, a literal wizard in space, fucking dies. How?
I can show you guys my tiny dinosaurs. Do you want to see them?
Sure.
They're so small.
Team.
Oh, Darth Vader's back now.
Darn. Are those
It's a
like
lot of
Kinder Egg
things.
toys? Or they are?
Kinda. I went to the dollar store with my little brother because I gave him like a bunch of change to spend, and
Oh,
these were
based.
coming like whole eggs for 99 cents. So I got two of the eggs, which is
Um,
like this many each for $1, and they're fucking.
extremely based.
Based
They're
older
awesome.
sibling.
Ballin', but at what cost?
Fucking $2. That's the cost. Yeah, like my scary books.
Our sci- elementary literature. Oh, linear algebra. Whew. That was a lot scarier for a second.
Wait, what was the first book,
This is
Eric?
all an investment.
Don't ask.
I look
I have one book that's it's called
Forward to
Basic
seeing the
Complex
fruits of your
Analysis.
exploration.
And if that doesn't sound like the biggest fucking
Dude, that sounds like barrels of fun.
well, it's funny because it's like basic complex analysis or like basic complex. So I was like, is this gonna be easy or is it gonna be hard? Because the title is now telling me nothing.
Fuck. Oh, you know, I know it's like, just specifically for fucking college music students, it's a trigger of like, oh no, bro, fucking a theory textbook. Oh no. Like, you're a fucking pussy. I'm
Aaron,
scared.
books scare me now, just
I'm
like
scared.
lightsaber sound effects.
Scared of fucking fucking theory textbooks. That's not even like the worst thing you did. You know what's real fucking scary? You walk into a class and the teacher says, "All right, we're doing a listening test today." You go, "I'm not ready for this one."
Umi, no, I can't hear.
I don't know, I think the scariest part is all the bit after you're done.
Like literally the worst kind of test is well, he's not dead yet. Was you have to fucking identify this piece of music, and you only have a week to memorize it.
That is scary.
That's like, we had that every week, and it wasn't like, oh, 10, 15 minutes of music. It was like an entire fucking symphony.
Why?
Why? Why were you required to learn that?
Like ear training. Like, you need to be able to know what kind of era these are from. And he would pick like, oh yeah, I understand what you're going for. I can do that. I've listened to music enough that I can just hear like the first couple seconds of a song, and I know what it is. And then it's like, all right, here's it's like, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. That's one. Oh, hi, spooky boy. That's one everyone knows. I gotcha. And then it's like, yeah, here's minute 8 of that symphony. I don't know this. And then you just cry. Dude, there was one where I was like, I got no fucking idea what this is, man. I wrote down on there like, yeah, this is Black Sabbath, bro. I think that's close. It was the first test though I did pretty well on because all the recording audio quality was way different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a sub for the class, and they're like, yeah, how did you pick these apart? And I said, well, the first one was recorded with a toaster, and the second one someone actually used recording equipment for.
Oh, we lost Felix.
Oh, bye. I triggered her.
Felix is back.
Yeah, I think those were definitely the worst tests I ever took. Just like immediately pissed off. Like, fuck. Alright, well, I'm guaranteed to do shit on this one. And so I go, well, it's not that big of a deal. Like, what the fuck do you mean it's not that big of a deal? Eat my fucking prolapsed anus.
I think the worst test I ever had to do was intentionally very hard because it was for a physics weed out class,
Ugh.
and the final
Yeah.
was supposed to take us 20 to 25 hours to do, and we had 3 days.
Oochums.
Yeah. The scores are record low.
Of course, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, there's a handful of classes that are just expected to destroy you.
I can understand that to a certain degree. Like, music ed had that, but education didn't.
Curious.
What?
Well, the weed out thing for
Student teaching.
Student teaching.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's a little late. A little late for that. It doesn't make sense to me why you don't, like, yeah, you're gonna spend, like, a bunch of time in a school, like, at the beginning of your shit, so why not, like, spend that time, like, learning at the beginning of, like, oh, what it means to actually teach and shit like that, and then at the end you actually full-on student teach. So that way, if you go, yeah, this kind of fucking blows, asshole, like, holy shit, man, no thanks. Big McNopies from McSpankies. Like you can make that decision then, but no, fuck you.
I think that sort of issue is pretty common across the board because with like the physics classes and the math classes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it was a rare project. I did maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 projects where I actually addressed a question I might address were I to go and get a job in one of those areas.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone, actually working with other people as part of a class without going and doing an internship or a lot of unpaid work like I did that ruined my life for 2 years.
Oof.
Which is why I didn't talk to you guys for so long, because I was just like, I was not okay. I thought I was okay, but I was wrong. I'm good now, though.
Oof. I'm sorry, that sucks.
Nah, man, I'm not trying to get pity points. I'm just trying to, like, I realized I haven't really addressed why I was gone and then suddenly came back in the last few days. So,
I mean, it does. I understand that everyone's got shit going on. I think when I was in college, I'd be way more pissed off of like, man, these people haven't talked to me in a while. And I'm like, I understand everyone's doing shit. I've got like muscle spasms in my right tricep right now.
Oh, when it does that wiggle thing?
Yeah.
I hate
Wiggle. I like that explanation of it. Dude, I got the wiggles right now. Yeah, basically that.
Well, like it twitches and it like twitches
yeah.
fast sometimes, so it's wiggling.
No, I understand exactly what you mean.
Are you still drinking the good tea?
Good tea?
Yeah.
What do you mean by good tea?
I mean, like, you got a bunch of loose leaf tea and were showing it to me when you were still in college. I thought it was cool.
Mm-hmm. I have way more tea shit now. Like, in absurd.
Bro, you already had so much.
I know. Or not even, I mean, in college I didn't have as much tea. I had, like, some variety, but I have, like, significantly more now.
I probably will once I get a real job.
I have a ton of tea. I just don't drink it often.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it way more often. Where I'm, like, because I drink coffee, like, twice a day is what I was doing. And now I'm, like, at least one time instead of drinking coffee, I need to make tea. Because I just have so much.
When I'm on a schedule, drinking tea is a daily occurrence for me. It really helps my my Crohn's. It's really good for you.
My
If
Crohn's.
it's proper tea. Yeah.
Fucking my Crohn's. No, tea is good. I remember, like, I don't understand, like, the American culture of, like, no, tea is for women and pussies. Like, bruh, like, I don't want to drink grass. Oh, okay. Sorry, you're a bitch.
Tea, in my opinion, has way more flavors and
Yes.
variety than coffee.
Truly.
But you have to become a coffee connoisseur.
Well, with coffee, it's like the taste differences are so slight. It's like, do these really count as different flavors, or is this like a production manufacturing difference that
It-
slightly changes taste of it?
It also depends
Versus
on
a
the really I find more of a difference with light roasts. If it's like a dark roast, it all tastes the same, and I hate dark roasts. I think dark roasts all taste like shit.
I like bitter coffee, and I'll put just a little tiny bit of creamer in it, just enough to like change the color.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Medical log. Revitalization surgery.
What the fuck is this?
This is
I just got what? What does this do? Increases
Dude, why is-
firepower. I just got a
why
long
is
barrel for the
fucking-
revolver.
Why is fucking Star Wars like Vietnam right now?
18th attempt. The subject is
swear.
Oscar the Stable,
It's just,
20
dude,
years old,
the AI literally has no, like,
in good condition.
aversion to dying.
True. Why should they?
Chest incision complete.
But I didn't get everything here. I don't care. But I've gotten, like, especially too since the end of college, I've gotten way more into coffee. Sorry, my tricep's still doing that thing. It's really bothering me now. But, like, the coffee I get is, like, from a local place, and they roast it, like, a day or two in advance of me getting it. And so,
Well, that's nice.
yeah, it's really fucking nice. Like, the difference between, like, actual, like, fresh roasted coffee. I'm gonna like rip my fucking arm off. Holy shit.
Do you try stretching the muscle out? So, because it's like spasming probably because it needs to be stretched.
That's what I've been doing. Every time I've stopped, I've been doing that, and like, it just goes, nah, no thanks. I need to figure out a way to get back to the elevator. Go that way. Okay. I have to go to my...
Dude, sometimes you just have to melee a sniper to death when they pop that fucking bubble shield. Fucking bitches.
True. That's extreme pain. Shoot a sniper once, insta pop shield. Okay. No, with coffee I've noticed it a lot more that there's like distinct flavor differences. Holy motherfuck. That's a big fucking boy. But really,
It's just like booze, Aaron. You gotta get the more you drink it, the more you get used to the taste, and the more you'll be able to like taste actual differences.
yeah. No, I mean I understand that, but like, medium roasts are acceptable. They're not my first choice, but yeah, light roast to me are the ideal. Those are like the ooh, mama.
Hot chocolate is the ideal coffee for me. Chocolate
So-
tastes good.
It do.
It do be like that though.
For me, really, it was just all about having good coffee. Or like, yeah, getting good coffee. Like, grinding it, or even pre-ground good coffee is perfectly fine. Not any of that Folgers shit.
But you know the best part of waking up, Aaron? Come on.
Folgers is not good. You will not change my mind.
But the best part of waking up.
It's not Folgers. We had Folgers in the apartment. I didn't want to waste a shot. It was, I think it was before you moved in with us, though. Dan and I bought Folgers, and we made it like pretty much every day. And it was just like good shitty coffee, and we drank a monster fuckload of it like every day.
Do you block people on LinkedIn?
Block people on what?
LinkedIn.
I don't know. Is someone like spamming you?
My ex has been trying to contact me on there for months.
Bruh. But is that the guy who came to the apartment?
Yeah, the small Asian one.
No, he's being weird, bruh.
Yeah, turns out he's fucking psychotic.
Fuck.
Yeah, that I've never regretted a relationship up until that one. So that was a year and a half I can't get back.
Chums.
I'll tell you guys about it later. I won't talk about it
Yeah,
on stream.
that's 100% fair.
It's okay.
You do not need to humor us with these stories on live Twitch.
Talk about my fucking yeah. Well, I'm concerned because now another profile's reaching out to me and it's claiming to be someone else, but the picture looks a lot like him. So
Bruh. Oh, exceptional puzzling right now. Yeah, I don't get that shit. Whenever I've like broken up with someone, the last thing I ever want to do is like talk to them on a regular basis.
well, I talked to my other exes. And I don't have issues with them because they're reasonable people. But this one is special. And I'll explain why later.
Mhm.
My first girlfriend.
No.
We actually remained friends after we broke up. I can't say the same about my second. my second girlfriend said, "Let's be friends." That didn't go anywhere.
Dude, fucking, I guess I talked to one of them, like my second college one, but like not very often. Fuck. We are in the same group chat though, which is at first was incredibly awkward because both of us just did not want to see each other at all. But then someone without saying anything added them, and I was like, bruh, this is actual bruh mode. But my first one was like, is like 100% psychotic, and not in the funny way, and I'm not exaggerating, and like she's just fucking bonkers.
The reason why my second girlfriend and I didn't remain friends after we broke up is because the cornerstone of her wanting to break up with me was that I was going to college.
Ooch.
My first partner from high school was like, we're not going to stay together because
Well,
we're
then,
going to
feel
different
free to
colleges, right? I'm like,
peruse.
okay. And they're like, well, we can stay together
Maybe
until we
no
have
more.
to separate and go to different ways. And I was like, fuck no, we're breaking up now.
Yeah, honest, like,
I said,
Not
fuck
your
my
GP.
asshole, bro. Piss off.
Right? And then it was like a whole
Where
talk.
did
We
you
broke
get
up.
your
And then a week
hands
later,
on
he's
such a
dating
thing?
someone else. And then continues dating her, and she goes to the exact same school that I did.
Palpatine, why'd you die?
And I was like, bruh.
Auto shoddy.
Good
I
day.
wish there was a way to unload a shotgun or unload a weapon in this game,
Then.
because I've got like 11 shots in this fucking thing that I can't get back. Oh well. This one's automatic now. 109.60. Holy shit.
Please, Mr. Solo, I'm innocent. I'm just a humble Imperial officer.
I've done nothing.
I've committed no crimes. Okay, that's not true. Oh,
Felix, you
how
might,
the fuck?
I think you've met my. I don't know if you've met them. One of them played in the orchestra.
You're like, orc dork. Lame.
But yeah, I basically became an armchair psychologist for her because she was like incapable of solving any personal problems for herself.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
I remember you telling me about this too.
And like, I just like try to not talk about it at all because it's like, fucking why bother? Like, there's no point. But I always think about it and like, yeah, that was the right decision. Fucking leave, never turn around.
Yeah, there's some stuff you just have to walk the fuck away from.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes it'll make you look like a dick, but it's better for everyone.
Yeah. Don't fucking hang out with people who are big assholes.
True.
I missed something here? Oh. That's like, especially in college, like, oh yeah, well we're all friends so we hang out all the time, but like, half of us don't get along with each other. Like, bro, why fucking,
I'll be back in a second.
like, why fucking do that? Oh, I like hanging out with everyone else, I just don't like this one person. Bruh. That's a fucking bruh moment. Just learn to fucking deal with it. Who cares?
And then there's like, sometimes the person you don't like the way they are because like they're in a weird spot in life. Because I have friends who I like tolerated for a while, and by a while I mean like a year or two, because they're a part of my friend group.
Yeah.
And then I realized like, hey, this person's actually pretty alright.
Someone
Yeah.
They were just like being weird a year ago. Maybe they were depressed or anxious or like
Mhm.
God knows what.
Yeah, I just don't get that. Especially like, well, I like being in the group, but I just don't like this person. So what I hear is you don't like being in the group then, because you have to be with those people.
Wait, who are we talking about?
I'm not naming names. I ain't no snitch.
Oh.
Hmm.
The guy whose name starts with an ERIC?
No.
Oh.
No, but he did that
Alright.
too. I think over the years he definitely calmed down though with us. He calmed down in some ways and ramped up in others.
Yeah.
But like, you know, everyone's working on their own shit.
I don't have time for this bullshit. Out of my way!
Oh, what the shit? He can just break through fucking walls. Did I just corner myself? Potentially. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm gonna... Yeah, kaboom.
That face when you get traumatized by something that you didn't even see happen.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I can't circle straight them.
Actual friend of ours who won't be named moment.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm just getting a fucking turtle stunlock. Well, it's not even just that, but like, then it refused.
To ever come to the apartment again?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more about it, because it's just shitty. Fucking die, holy shit.
My neighbor, their son, has this huge diesel fucking truck. And he likes to stay up late and come home late, and then gets up early in the morning for work. So like it'll be 2 in the morning some days when it's fucking out. That truck's home then. Other days it's 6 in the morning and he's come on, and I don't get up that early, so it's me like, bro, what do you do in the suburbs that you need a diesel truck for?
I remember when I was living in the apartment, we had some fucking dickhole neighbors who would just smoke weed like Mondays and Tuesdays and shit. And these were people with like who had to have real jobs. It's like they weren't college students, I'm pretty sure. And it was just like so fucking stupid. Like everyone in this building has to deal with your shit because you're too fucking stupid to control yourself. And like they were non-smoke apartments and basically nothing happened about it. It was super frustrating.
I don't think I ever really quite got that because I grew up with a family of
stay down.
smokers, and like even now staying with my grandparents while I'm in between school and my new job.
Yeah, I've like
It's super annoying because 2 of my family members smoke cigarettes and the rest of them may or may not smoke other things, and it just drives me up the fucking mad. The smell.
like I just don't want to have to deal. Like I don't care that people smoke weed or do whatever the fuck they want. Like I don't care. It's just that like I don't want to be forced to deal with it.
Yeah.
Especially because like, you know, teaching, it's really fucking bad when your elementary music teacher comes into work smelling like weed. Like, bro, I swear it's not my fault. Please.
For me, it's we don't have AC, so I have my windows open, and my
Mhm.
family, like a family member, will go out to the back and smoke a cigarette, and it blows directly into my room. I'm like, ugh.
Big oof. But no, I understand that. I don't want to be there yet. Yeah, like I think at least for the most part my opinion on this stuff has remained pretty consistent, and like I just don't want to I don't care if anyone does anything. Like that's not what I don't give a shit. I just don't want to have to be a party to it if I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Like
You heard it here first. Aaron doesn't want to party.
dude, especially like before I was like a junior, I like didn't do any of the partying shit at all. And like I didn't have a problem if people did it, but it was like, Aaron, you're such a fucking asshole because you don't drink. Like I didn't know I was being an asshole for not forcing anything on anyone else and just not wanting to be a party to these things. Okay.
Aaron, you're such an asshole not wanting to drink with us cool kids.
You don't want to get blackout drunk and like give yourself brain damage, possible alcohol poisoning. What's wrong with you?
I know. I'm
don't
such a
think you can be
dickhole.
part of it.
Hear what's wrong with America.
But then like later that person was like, yeah, bro, well, like after I started drinking, they're like, oh, well that means I can just bring people over to your apartment whenever the fuck I want, right? And just leave them and dump them on you after I get them like blackout drunk. Like, I mean, I guess you can do that, but don't. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do it like every single week for a month. Oh.
Wait, who was that? Send it to me in like a text or something. Was that when we lived together?
No.
Oh,
Sorry, that's all caps. I guess
Oh.
I
I
bumped.
forgot who Eric was, and then I remembered the time before Derek lived with you guys. I'm like, that's Eric. That's Trumpet Eric.
No,
Maybe.
no, no,
He
no,
can
no,
play
no.
trumpet.
We're talking about the other Eric.
Oh,
Big, tall, and ginger.
Who's trumpet?
tall,
Who's
ginger.
trumpet, Eric?
What the?
was that not the guy's name? He played some kind of brass instrument.
Oh, are you
with
thinking of the
guys.
Red Zone Bandit?
I don't think so.
Every time.
Not bad. Not
Dude, my cat
bad.
is seeing the humidifier for the first
You're
time. He has no
persistent.
idea what to think of it.
But I've
I'm
got
trying
a
to think of
rebellion.
like other brass players.
stay out of it.
Oh, I know. No, I know who you're talking about now. The other guy who lived with us before Derek.
Yeah, he had
Oh, yeah.
instrument behind your couch or something.
Aaron, when you
Let's
when
not
you
talk
say
about that
that,
on stream.
Aaron, when you say that person, do you mean the one that Puff used to date?
With the name I gave you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was after they broke up, and that was around the time everything went to shit for them. Because like our good boy Mikey, he had a rough go of it for a while, and they like got back together and shit. And I remember he asked me once like, Aaron, if we got back together, what would you say? And I would go, I said, Mike, I don't believe that's a good decision at all. I would highly recommend against it. I don't think anyone will get anything good out of it. But if that is the decision you make, I will support you. And he said, okay, because we're back together now. And I just went, Mike, please.
Mike, no.
I'll be another top Aaron advice. If you break up with someone, you probably shouldn't get back together.
I told you to leave it alone, Ethan. You are in the way.
What do you
Fucking
care,
don't
Chris?
Piss Redfield.
You killed my wife, you son of a bitch!
You think I killed Mia? That wasn't her. It was Miranda.
What?
She's a
You got twisted.
bioweapon. She She changed her appearance and pretended to be Mia. Seems she also survived being shot, so now I'm here to finish the job.
Bullshit!
If you break up once, there's a reason
Why'd you
why.
fucking tell me right away?
That's all.
Because I knew you would want to be involved. And this
No,
job
bro,
is
it'll
hard
work
enough
this
without
time, I
civilians
swear.
getting in the way.
That's a cope.
It's different this
Bye,
time.
Huss,
That's a
Chris.
cope.
I love
What the
him.
hell is going on?
That's a cope.
All right, Ethan.
Don't care. Didn't
Inhaling
ask cope
copium.
harder.
I guess I owe you an explanation.
Default
care,
dancing.
cope harder.
that
Easter
much.
Island head. Is this just a fucking
Long story
tractor with a
short,
chainsaw
Miranda's
on it?
fucking insane. In this village, all these monsters and
He said
freaks,
village.
This is her life's work.
Title drop.
Some sort of crazy experiment with the mold.
Alright, quick. Uninstall the game. Title dropped.
God damn it.
The mold,
This time,
like the
I thought I
the
could save
carpet.
my family. I can't escape from here. I can't do anything.
That might not be true.
Ethan, I can't escape. I can't do anything.
Take a look at
Has
this.
also killed 3 fucking like
My men
big
sent those
demons.
pictures a few minutes ago.
Miranda.
Keep looking.
Rose. Holy shit, we gotta go!
Relax. My men are monitoring the situation.
But they have my daughter.
You don't get it, Ethan. You don't stand a chance against Miranda by yourself.
But they have my daughter. They have for like the last fucking 8 hours, dude.
Dude, do you ever see something you're like,
I will
what the
stay down
fuck?
here and finish planting explosives. You take that elevator. I'll meet you topside.
That's a pretty broad
I promise you
question,
we
but
will
yes.
Get your daughter back.
Hold on.
Together.
Damn straight. When I find Miranda,
I'm sorry.
she's a dead.
But I saw it, so now you have to too.
Hang on, wait until this
Alright.
cutscene's done.
And you take this.
Don't play it on
And do me a
stream.
favor. Try to
No
stay
one
on the
needs to
radar.
see this.
Alright.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance
Alright.
that I forced you to see this, Aaron.
This I have to mute. You're getting muted on stream because I have to mute system sounds for this. What the fuck? Hang the fuck on. No, I just downloaded it and fucked up my resolution. What the fuck did it do to my computer? Hang on. All right, I'm unmuting system sounds. Capture specific window.
Have you guys been talking this whole time? I think I lost audio.
Yeah. Oops.
Rip.
Sorry, Felix.
I was sitting there, I was like, man, they're quiet. And then I sat there longer. And
Oh, I was just waiting for Aaron to be able to hear us again.
Maybe you have to reload a specific window. Capture a specific window. Can't do that. Capture a foreground window with hotkey. Let's try. Hang on. Maybe I switched to browser. Window capture. Window capture. Not Discord. Not Chrome. Sorry, this is the fucking Joel moment of the stream. Browser.
Aga.
Window display. Window capture, there we go. Fuck me. Alright, that's not working. Let's go back. Game capture. Not video game. Can I just capture any fucking application? Display. There we go. Hang on, is this...
Of the Wolf Clan is the adopted daughter of the headmaster, is the prettiest girl in the entire school. Crush Jake, but he doesn't know it yet. Today is
Just like the...
week
It's slightly
as
sped up.
The cat's
Just like the
Rose behind
fucking...
me
Hang on.
of someone
I don't
Oh,
care
yeah.
about- I don't care
It's my
about this
face.
shit.
making. Oh, they're announcing the queen winner. Move! Bark, 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 bark. Move! Bark, 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 bark.
Felix, if you're not watching the stream, you need to see this shit.
Oh wait, you're
Alright,
watching it on
yeah.
Yeah, I
stream?
put it on the fucking stream.
Dude, the lore is so deep. She's the adopted daughter of the headmaster.
The funniest shit to me is just the fucking sped up, like jumping on all fours. Bark, 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 bark. Holy
Must
fuck.
Marissa! My anger grew. I lost.
Have you been able to see this yet, Felix? Did Felix
My Twitch logged me out. I have to log back in
Okay.
with my super long password. It was 20 characters and it has caps and numbers and lowercase. It's still telling me it's a weak password.
Just the fucking... Just the... Move! This is so fucking stupid.
I know.
I lost to
I know, it's so
Marissa.
fucking stupid.
Hang on. Felix, I'm just gonna send you the link. There's the game. Fuck. Hang on. I think I have to I'm just uploading this to the group, Felix. I think it's in my... It's 8 megabytes too big, Derek. How the fuck did you send this to me?
Magic.
If you have
Maybe I-
Nitro, you can send bigger
Maybe I
files.
did get nitro
There we
somehow.
go. Alright, I just copied the link. It's like 43 seconds in. She... Move! Bark, 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 bark.
I'm back now.
It's just so fucking stupid. Bark, 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 bark.
What the fuck am I looking at?
You just skip to like the 43 seconds where she screams move and then just on all fours starts jumping. Bark, 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 bark.
No, you have to watch the whole video.
No, no, don't believe his lies.
You have to see all of it.
It's so fucking...
There's so much lore to it, Felix.
Oh, hold F to gamer.
Metal polymer composite. Time to fight fire with fire.
The jumping up and down on all fours really does it.
I know. It's so
Her
fucking
like the
stupid.
shitty camera like kind of picking up her body against the green screen.
Oh, I got a medal for the officer. Thanks.
Oh, this is
Oh, I can
Chainsaw
do it.
Guard. Firing cannon at close proximity. Oh, yes, I got the fucking goat. I have no idea how big this is. I also just realized I have not eaten lunch and I'm fucking hungry.
You can take a break from the stream.
We're gonna. Well, I'm in the chainsaw car. I can't fucking do that now.
Oh,
I can't stop. You shitting me? I gotta cut the grass.
bog lawn mowing stream.
I can guard and shoot.
The cockroaches are like borderline unkillable, so...
What did you say?
Well, he said like the goddamn cockroach, and it's like... You know how hard cockroaches are to kill?
A little.
All I know is, bug have strong, bug is strong, the hammer is stronger.
They're one of the only animals that can successfully survive in the food.
Show me what you've got!
I will say this is cool. It's like it feels like completely disconnected from the rest of the game. It's cool as shit.
In the face of my steel glory! Guess I do have to thank that bitch and her bliss. I'll kill her with the power she gave me. That's what I call being a good son! Poor boy! Stop using my hand-me-down!
So he can bend materials, like he can control them, but he can't do it to you.
Hang on.
And just like yeet you over the mountain over there.
Hang on, I'm gonna. Oh, you're already turned up to maximum. What did you say?
I said the guy can bend, the metal and stuff and then
Yeah, he's just a little stupid. He could do that, but that's not very fun, is it?
no.
Clock is ticking. Suck my cock, Ethan.
So you just keep shooting it until there's more metal in his
Yeah, he can choose to do something, but he doesn't give a shit.
If you could just suck up all your
He could.
He could just suck up all the balls.
He could give me the big suck.
But could he squeeze your nuts?
If my nuts had metal in them, he could squeeze them from a distance.
Maybe then they'll feel better.
So my nuts hurt. I went to my doctor.
Yesterday I went to the doctor. Ow, my nuts.
Come on!
Here we go!
The final stretch!
Dude, I top fragged as a officer once again.
Right? Just give up. Flesh and blood will never win against me! This isn't David and Goliath. It's Ethan! And the
Quick
burning
bullying.
demise!
Oh?
Damn it, that's right. There's the
Streamer
2-minute
must
cooldown.
Yeah, I get
I can't
fucked.
do it. He knew exactly what I was gonna do.
Hey, I redeemed Streamer Must Hydrate. Let's go.
There you go.
Too bad I'm your only fan!
I didn't hear no comically loud slurp sound.
I did it into the microphone. Must I do it again?
Wait, hold on. Maybe a minute and 20
You
seconds.
did 3 extra hydrate because it wasn't loud enough.
I just okay. I just nosked him. Bitch, please, no. Pull out your gun, Ethan. Shoot him.
Really should have taken my deal!
Oh, my tank.
You'll be foes in the afterlife!
Oh, let me guess. I'm gonna latch onto the tank. Yep, and I'm gonna shoot him.
Right after I murdered her.
This isn't stupid as shit. No, I'm gonna land on him with the. Oh, it was all a cutscene.
This can't be the end for me! I must kill her!
Yo, you guys ever been to a Mr. Beast Burger?
No, but Nate
No.
has.
Wait, hacker?
Yeah.
No way.
you
Did he
not
get
get-
food poisoning?
No, he didn't. He actually liked it.
That's
He got the
fucking-
Mr. B.
That's an insane because there's so many reports of people getting like uncooked
dealt with
burgers and
Heisenberg.
supercharged
Now I'm
shit.
gonna find Miranda.
All right, I see
and
it.
Get Rose back.
Not without me. It's too dangerous. Wait there, you hear me? Ethan?
Rose?
Ethan!
If you slurped, I couldn't
Ethan,
hear you.
respond!
So,
Bullshit.
no, I seriously did not hear
What the
you.
fuck
it wasn't
do you mean?
It was not
child.
comically loud.
She's
It wasn't.
so important,
You know, it
isn't
wasn't one of those.
Yeah, but
She's
I
everything to me.
fucking
Yeah, it needs
Mine
to
to
be like.
me. With Heisenberg,
That's better.
lost your lead.
That's what I paid 400
What do
channel
you
points
want
for.
to do?
I closed the
don't know,
fucking.
but
I
I'm
closed the
saving
water
Rose.
bottle and then knocked
You
my
never know.
mic over.
Do you? Even when I took Mia's place in your home,
I'm gonna choke to
Poor
death if I do that.
Ethan.
Who are you? Where's Rose?
And it'll all have been worth it, Aaron.
She kind of looks like Ben Shapiro's sister. Not gonna lie.
Enough.
Aaron, you can't say that while I'm like mid. Alright, yeah, she kind of does.
Remember Evelyn and her power over them all?
That's what I fucking thought.
Rose is her successor. No. Rose is Evelyn's true complete.
Oh, that's Yoda.
She will grow to fully control the masses. And I must have her.
Fuck you, you crazy bitch!
I knew it. Trees must be our overlords.
Calm yourself. Rose will
Felix.
be saved.
Are you like?
The
Are you
Mega
doing
Mycete
shit now?
catalogs
Like
all of
now that you're
us.
done with everything?
What do you mean
However,
doing shit?
She will
Like,
be
am I busy?
reborn as
Yeah.
my daughter.
She's
No.
my child, not yours.
I'm not busy.
Base.
Where are
It's
you?
quite nice. You want to do
Show
something?
yourself!
Why did Rose come
Play,
to be?
play.
I
video
might be
Was it
busy like
because
2
of
months
her?
from now though, because I am
And you
actively
are
looking for a
true
job starting
special.
today. Like I took a week after we finished
But I've
classes.
learned all I can.
I mean, same. I've
Your
been
worth
looking
as
for
a
a job
lab
since
rat
last
is
January.
Miranda! You coward! Come
Or
on and
since,
face me!
Since January of 2020. More specifically.
Your death will come.
Damn boy, that's almost a
You will
year
join the
now.
Mega Mycete's
Yeah.
records.
Feels bad. Oh, did she just rip out my
I will
heart?
make
I just
sure
got
to
Kali
sample
Mud.
your blood for later.
Based.
Once storm
Kali
breaks,
Ma.
the ceremony will be complete, and I will become her true mother.
It's kind of insane. Oh, Ethan's just gonna, he's gonna just pour his bottle of rubbing alcohol into his chest cavity. He's like, oh, I'm better now. Yeah, this is all an elaborate act. He's gonna drink some Pepto and he's gonna be fucking fine.
I've waited so long. But dreams really can come true. Vessel or not.
So many dudes, and I'm
can't
just not a
wait to
thick
see
enough
your
lad to
true
do it to
child.
kill all these guys.
I was just wondering, Felix, because I'm gonna be streaming most days, or slash
Mhm.
like not doing anything. So if you want to hang out,
Yeah, I can draw while you stream them, because
Captain,
it's not
I've
like
confirmed the death
I do
of
anything
Ethan
else while I'm
Winters.
drawing, and I like to talk to people
I
while I
wasn't
draw.
able to retrieve the body.
dual
but
stream.
I've recorded evidence.
Share your screen, and I'll go
Yeah,
over
I
this
can
staging.
dual stream with you when I'm doing safer work
My
stuff.
team and I were careless. Yesterday,
It's okay. I'm
we
well
took
aware
down
that
the transformed Miranda.
pornographs are the things
we
that
didn't
make
kill
you
her.
money as an artist on the internet.
Who knew she could fake being a corpse?
It makes a lot of money.
I know.
Although I did
Since
auction,
Miranda could have
so
infected
I have done
Ethan,
some other work.
I forcefully
And
took
I
him
Have
and
been
Rose with us.
gaining more of a following, and I auctioned off like
But the vehicle
a bus
they were
drawing
riding in was attacked.
for $100.
Hey,
When
that's
I
pretty
got to
good.
the wreck,
So,
Ethan
yeah, like
and
I set it
Rose
up for
were gone.
auction, and the auto buy was 100, and it got auto bought within like 6 hours. So I'm
The
gonna have to
last
raise my
time-
prices
Nice.
again.
I was able to contact Ethan. I heard
Pretty
Miranda's
good.
voice.
I'll tell
She
you how
really
much
did.
I'm paying myself hourly.
And
Like, I
she's
don't want to
not
discuss like
gonna get
exactly
away
what I'm
with it.
making publicly.
Yeah, no problem. I totally understand that. I would not want to talk about my financial situation like that either.
The mission?
All I'll say is,
All of it.
I'm not
3 years
rich.
trying to put this thing in the ground.
The issue that I have is I am actually trying not to make too much without a business license, because if I make more than so much money in a certain amount of time,
Oh,
without a
yeah.
business license, I can get in trouble.
Hmm.
But I need to learn more about business licensure before I get into that. So
Yeah.
The squad's ready for you.
it doesn't matter what I'm drawing. It's just if I'm making so much money and I'm selling something to people, it counts as a business.
Yeah.
Regardless of if I'm drawing PPs or not.
Even like as a
So
Patreon thing too.
BSAA got here already. They didn't waste
Yeah,
any
I need
time.
to set up a Patreon.
Mission
If you
adjustment?
make enough on
No,
Patreon, I'll have
doesn't
to
change
read.
anything.
I'm pretty sure they would send me a
Terminate Miranda
W-2
and rescue
if I
Bruce.
made more than a few.
That's a mission.
Do you sell those
There is not an
NFTs?
option.
Let's have some fun, people.
Fuck no.
NFTs nuts.
Move out.
Roger.
NFTs are ridiculous.
It's
K9,
fucking
I
stupid.
want to know what the hell BSAA is doing here.
You're paying
Find
a
out what you can.
shitload for essentially a fucking JPEG.
Yes.
Like fuck
And-
you. I downloaded a JPEG.
Yeah.
When was it last? The desert?
And I have every interest. Like, I don't have any interest in selling
thanks
the
to your
rights to
recon,
any of
we
my
know
work.
Miranda's plan.
Yes.
Couldn't quite believe it when I
Never
heard you
never
trying
sell the
Anything.
rights to anything. Fuck that.
Taking 5 shots to the head's nothing to sneeze at either.
If someone asks specifically to get the rights to something, I would charge them more for it.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Like,
think.
if they want to use it commercially, they have to ask me. If they want to edit the work, they need to ask me.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little discussion. Because I've had several people edit my work without asking me, and I have gotten super miffed about it.
Mm-hmm.
BSAA.
That's like
I did a couple. Go ahead.
that's like how I feel like the only time I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay with selling the rights to this thing that I've made would be like, I guess near the end
First,
of my
we're gonna have to
career,
take that thing
and
out.
if it like if I don't need the money, and the money will go to a will go to
Everyone
something
watch for
decent
hostile
like a
bioweapons.
charity.
Roger.
Made contact with a group of hostile bioweapons.
Explode this
Like,
thing. Watch out.
I feel like if I've made enough money that someone wants to buy the rights to something I have, like I feel like I have more than enough money at that point to not worry about actually having to sell that shit.
I mean, it depends, because sometimes you'll get other small businesses that want, like, as a visual artist, someone might want, like, the logo, or they'll want rights to the image I created because they want to sell it on their t-shirts or something.
BSAA
And I can either agree or disagree with that. And I actually need to make a formal TOS for my services at this point.
Mhm. I would
I
say,
kind of do, and I kind of don't.
even if it's like
maybe
a
stop
small
being-
business thing, if they're like, yeah, we want the rights to this thing you have, like I want, like, if you're selling it, I want money from every share, bro. Or like you have to pay me a shitload for that, the rights to it.
So, you to my seat.
Yeah.
That's probably what Miranda is.
'Cause it's just kind of like,
Let's go.
especially the yeah, I commissioned you for some art, and now I get to sell that on the T-shirts that I'm selling for a
Large
shitload.
bioweapon sight.
I should actually try to get almost like several small companies that do t-shirts. I should actually try to get one of them and see if I can
I would say there's
Go ahead.
at least a website I check like all the time called Mediocrity, and they sell like 2 shirts at a time, like 2 separate designs. And they're like, some of them are like really kind of boring and shitty, but some of them are really fucking good. I'm not wearing one right now. I switched shirts earlier because this one's, the one I'm wearing right now is full of cat hair. But there was, it's like a Psyduck eating ramen, and it's like, it's so fucking good, and I got it from there, and the shirts are like 15 bucks. I think they might be 17, and it's like slightly less to get both.
I like to try to support independent artists, So I spend a lot of time looking at artwork as an artist myself, and
Yeah.
so I run around with a lot of fine artists and find their individual stores where they sell t-shirts. Unfortunately, with independent artists, they usually have to sell their goods for more because they don't have like the infrastructure to give you a t-shirt for like $15 because they like have to pack it and ship it and put it in the press themselves. Like, that's a lot. So the shirts, cost them $25-$30, which I think, for something original like that is really great, and I'd pay for it. But I also don't feel like I need to be
Yeah, I understand. Like, I don't have a problem with paying more for something, especially like when it's actually going to someone who can use the money as like a small-time artist or creator or whatever.
I'm not gonna buy like some dumb Gucci bag or something like this stuff. But I'll pay $25 for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like in general, I'm okay with paying more for something that's like either quality or just like better looking. Like, sure, you can get like, oh yeah, I want a nice kitty design shirt. Like I can get one for $15, or this one's better, and but it's like 25.
Yeah, and then like if you're buying graphic tees at like any sort of popular department store, they all look the same. They all have like the same. It's always like a Star Wars reference or a really famous like war painting or stuff like that. And honestly, it's just so dry and boring.
Yeah. Oh, look at here's this character, but he's hitting a vape pen.
That's for me.
Look at it's Yoda, but he's smoking crack. Isn't that weird?
I've reached the target location.
Isn't that wacky?
Damn, this is big.
Yeah,
All right,
especially
Momo.
like
Marking the target.
that's like.
Roger that, boss.
The fuck am I supposed to mark? Okay. But like when I was living in, or when I was teaching, I like specifically stopped going to Walmart because fuck that.
Just a minute.
Like I would rather pay like maybe 10% more to not be in a shithole. Like sure Pick and Save doesn't have shirts and shit, so you might have to make an extra stop. But I guess if you're looking for that, but I'm now not forced to like be in a shithole.
Well, that and Walmart destroys a lot of businesses because they sell so many different products that are so cheap, and like
It's
I would
such a
argue
fucking low price.
yeah, and the issue though is that most of their stuff has little to no quality and tends to rip or it's like really shitty food, things like that. I just I don't bother with Walmart unless I can't get any.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of out of nowhere-ish in a small town. And there's Walmart and there's Pick and Save. Everything else is like there's a stuff for the poor people and there's just Gap and there's not a whole lot for people kind of in the middle.
I'm sure like Pick and Save isn't anything incredible in terms of quality.
Bioweapon numbers are increasing.
But, like, who cares? It is significantly better than Walmart.
Right, and I'm not about to go to Whole Foods and pay those prices.
I go to
Not until I'm making more money.
I'll go to Trader Joe's because not for everything, but Trader Joe's has some like good shit there. And like I'm willing to go to a place to get better stuff. Just because if the stuff I get, like if it's in quotes better for me, or just that I like it more, it makes me not want to die nearly as much. There's some big bad boys here.
I feel like when there's a million guys at a point, and none of your teammates showed up to help.
good. I feel
I
like,
have a pistol, Aaron.
and you also have a turret.
Yeah, my turret's holding down a hallway by itself.
Just point the laser at the target and leave the rest to me. Take that!
Good. Mega Mycete must be below.
There's no way this is the end of the game. This would upset me greatly.
I found a way down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Oh, it's a good thing there's supplies here.
I compared the mold in the village with a sample from the bakers, and there's no sign of the genome editing we saw in the E-series. The stuff originated here.
Yeah, I feel like I had a tough time hearing both of you guys during that big shooty section, and it's
That's
not,
okay.
it's not any better now.
Guarding the Mega Mycete, huh? Lobo, I got a
I've
tough
been
guy here.
barely able to
I'm
make
gonna
out
need
Felix
backup.
over the sounds of war and the Battle of
There's an
Fronts.
opening in the roof. You
I think my hair is dry, so I'll turn my headset on in a few minutes. It'll help a lot.
I got fucking big long. I'm just gonna surface break him.
Finally happened, Aaron. I once again slipped over a banana peel.
Do you think we're actually gonna be able to play D&D this weekend, Derek?
I'm not sure, really.
It's always a gamble.
Good. I'll signal with the locator.
Good thing this guy takes the second to scream at me. Well, he got me on the back end.
Okay, Captain. I'm reloaded. Ready when you are.
Please die.
Hold your horses. I'm reloading.
Hostile bioweapon.
Where should I point next?
I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground.
Good thing I got a crystal giant mace. I really needed that.
So if Miranda was the fake Mia, where's the real
Oh,
one?
Felix.
I doubt she saw any further use for her.
Do you know? So you're like able to choose how much you charge for your art and stuff, right?
Kind
we can
of.
figure that out.
Okay.
Like,
focus on
obviously,
the
I can charge $1 million for a piece,
Oh,
but
yeah.
is anybody gonna buy it?
But you have like control of that somehow, right? Or like at least somewhat control.
Right, I can refuse to work for less than a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Did you know?
Alpha
Do you know
to
how much the
squad.
payout
I've
on
located the Mega
like a
Mycete.
single stream of music is?
No, what is it?
About
It's
damn
like
time.
0.0003 cents on Spotify.
I mean, when you're dealing with a large
And two
company
explosives
like
armed.
that,
Yeah.
There's enough
they
there to blow the whole
have
village
more
sky high.
power in terms of like the
Mhm.
Not
their
before I
relationship
am
you
Miranda.
have with them, so they
Not
are
taking any
getting
more
to decide
chances.
how much your royalty.
I'm
Did you know
going
that
in.
Because at that
Spotify?
point, like, where the fuck else are you gonna post your music where people are gonna find it, huh?
Yeah.
Sure. How about we pay you almost nothing when
Keep
you
your
can
distance.
just make nothing
Do
at
not
all.
move until I
Did you
give
know
the
that
order.
Spotify pays out less than 2% of all of its earnings to musicians, and the rest goes to like the CEO's
It
pocket?
wasn't time. We didn't expect Miranda
Nice.
to act so
Yep.
soon.
Even so,
And they wonder why they're so
you
rich
should
out
have
there in
told him.
Scandinavia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they said that musicians need to make more, and that's the reason why they're not earning enough. Like, bruh. Like, I think out of every Spotify stream I have, and through Apple Music and
This must be
everything,
Miranda's lab.
I've made a single dollar.
There was, I don't remember what music group it was. It was a band that I like, I know that. But they encouraged, somebody made an album of just like, just silence and encouraged their
Oh, yeah.
Show me your
listeners-
hands!
Oh, Wolfpack, yeah, they did.
This is Alpha. Where is
Yeah,
Miranda
Wolfpack.
right
They
now?
encourage their listeners to just listen while they turn it on and run it on loop while they were sleeping, and apparently they made a bunch of money doing that. And now Spotify has a new like clause in the contracts about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you saved
It's
me.
fucking
Why are
bullshit
you
that they can't do that. Although it is scummy, but like it's fucking turbo horse shit.
Well, they made that album, Jack Stratton made that album specifically to point out that flaw in Spotify's system and to fucking game it.
Mission, I'm headed to the ceremony site.
Why shouldn't you?
Wait. You can't leave me here.
When your
You promised,
art is
damn it.
worth like fucking nothing.
You said that you would keep us safe.
When
Well, it's not
We did
worth
everything
nothing.
that
It's
you
just that when
asked.
you deal
We
with
moved
bigger
over here,
companies,
everything.
they want to pay you nothing because they're trying to make a profit, and then you're dealing with say
well, not even just that.
some
Apple
people
pays out
who
like
fail to.
Apple
you
pays
tell
almost
me,
a penny per stream.
Where is my husband? Where is my
Like,
daughter?
The difference is like someone has to play my song like over 100 times, to get like a penny.
I couldn't save him. But I can save
Right,
Rose.
it's ridiculous.
It's fucking bullshit.
We truly
I
live in
think-
a society.
Come on.
I think it's hard
safe here after
on
all.
independent artists. I
What do
think
you
that
mean
it's
he's
easier
gone?
for people who are working under a label who
Yeah.
who's
Dead.
essentially paying them to do whatever they
Sorry,
want with the
we
music
have
that they
to leave.
produce.
Mhm.
We have to
So
destroy
that
this village.
they can ask
No,
for that to be put on
you're
Spotify
wrong.
and that like little bit of extra money to make, along with all the advertising that the label's
I
doing
tried
for
to
them and
keep
things
this
like that.
secret,
It's
but-
like, okay, this is workable, and that is,
You
most
don't
of the
understand
people
how special he is.
who have that are the ones getting most of the listeners anyway because
yeah.
they have the exposure.
I mean, I
So
understand.
it's not really an issue for Spotify.
I understand like
to do
why the
that to
payout is so low, but it's like the payout could be higher if their CEO just wasn't a scumfuck.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not arguing for. I'm just kind of explaining like what I'm seeing in their logistics and why they're getting away with it.
But also like
Because the people who are going to complain are small artists who can't really do anything.
the labels too are just super shit. They one of the things that labels do is they pay you to make an album, but they give it to you on a loan. And so you get like $1 million to make an album or some shit. Like if you're like a really big upcoming artist. And then they charge you studio rent time, they charge you for transportation, they charge you for like the mixing and mastering and everything. But like they charge you out the ass. And so a shitload of artists go into like millions of dollars in debt because of it, because they don't know that that's what it does.
You're so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you just spend the rest of your life, unless you can get the fuck out of it and learn, being indebted to your label company.
You're dead.
Society, am I right?
A lot of big companies prey on artists.
Miranda. She.
Companies,
Like if any deal seems
I
too good
still
to be
have to
true, it
save
probably
Rose.
is, and you need to read the fine print. And that's the gist of the conversation.
It wasn't Miranda.
Yeah.
You were always
Uh,
dead.
Big companies will always prey on artists of like, well, companies will prey on anyone they can because everyone is replaceable.
Yeah.
Sure, Kanye's not replaceable,
You mean you didn't think
but like
it was
if they just put the amount of marketing they did into Kanye, they would have another
how
Kanye.
much you got hurt?
Yeah, but it's like, why spend the extra money to make another Kanye if you already have one?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that eventually there will be another Kanye when they don't want to do anything with him anymore, when it's not expedient for them to do it.
When they toss him aside like the used cum rag he is.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, if his behavior starts leading toward, and I don't know what he's got, I don't pay attention to what he has going on in his life, but like, my guess would be, if his behavior starts leading toward like the chance of him dying is increasing, maybe he has a serious drug problem or he's getting old, I would imagine they're like, all right, it's time to make sure that we have more artists in the works so we can replace, you know, this guy from a purely financial standpoint.
Yeah.
Be me, the Red Zone Bandit. Profuse to my friends that well, that my bandmates that weed is part of the process.
I did all that.
Be me, John Coltrane. Sometime when I'm playing with Miles Davis still, Davis learns that I'm still on heroin. He throws a symbol at my head. I get clean. Davis learns that I'm still on heroin.
Wait, no. Finds out I'm doing heroin, kicks me out. A year or two goes by. Be back with Miles Davis. That happens.
Your whole body is nothing but mold.
Oh yeah, we're like at the end of the game now. We just got molded. Oh no, Ethan, no, don't be mold. Oh no. I care.
No.
Truth is, you were mold from the start.
I have to save my daughter.
You're already dead. Dead.
Look at my commission queue.
I think about this frequently because when you have no money, obviously you think about having money.
Save Rose.
Right.
But like, all I would want if I was like, yeah, bro, you've made it. You've made it to the big time. Of like either just having money, or like as a musician, like, yeah, sure, I'll keep touring and like making music and doing shit, but like, I now no longer have to care if other people like it or if it sells well because I now just have enough money.
Yeah,
to
you can make the music you want to make.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
or you can make like really experimental shit.
Right. So that's when I was fake my lucky stars. That 17-year-old me was slightly less of a dumbass than I could have been, and was like, I really love art, right? And I really love math and science. And I was like, I don't really want to give up any of these things. I don't want to have to choose one of them because it seems like what everyone's telling me is that I have to choose one and stick to it. So my workaround was, well, what's going to pay me the most and allow me to do the other things that I want to do with a greater degree of freedom.
Take me to Miranda.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go into physics, and then I ended up going more an engineering kind of route. So now I can expect to make a good amount of money, and so I can do a bunch of personal art projects and develop my skills on my own time in my own way without being told what to do.
Falling apart.
And like it's worked out pretty well so far, I think. Because like I just finished school, I have time. I'm looking for a job. I'm not too worried about it yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna take my time to make a piece that I really like and see how it goes. Because I'm not desperate for money right now, so I wasn't trying to pick up like commissions, and I'm trying to empty my queue right now so I can take more time for personal work. But I spent like 15 hours on a piece, and I posted it, and I had like 80 followers, and it got retweeted 30 times and got over 130 likes in like 24 hours, and my following doubled overnight. And I was like, wow, it actually really paid off for me to draw this thing that I knew would look better because I don't have a client telling me what to do with every single detail. And you know, the issue that I see myself having, a lot of other visual artists having when you have a client that wants something specific, especially if it's not for anything creative, is you don't have a lot of creative freedom when you're doing like a character commission with like a specific thing. And it sort of breaks down the way you feel about your work sometimes, in my opinion, in my experience as well, because you don't, like, I'm an artist, okay? I've been doing this for a while. I've spent a lot of time doing it. I know what I'm doing, and yet you're sitting here telling me that you think it looks better another way. And because you paid me, I'm going to do that because you paid me, and that's, you know, that's what you paid for. But the pieces never ever look as good because you're just ignoring my expertise and saying, well, I want it like this. And I respect that because you paid for that and it's your piece, but it's not appealing for, you know, a larger audience that way. And it's very frustrating.
I hope this one
Oh, I know. It's like I'm trying to.
You have three options. Sell things off, throw them away, or buy a bigger bag.
But like, I can understand that because it's like, oh yeah, I commissioned a piece from someone. It's like, bruh.
Your journey
I'm
nears
not.
its end.
You're now at their whim.
Be well.
Yeah, I don't like how this sounds. Can you redo it? Fuck you just say to me.
Yeah, well, I get some people, I'm drawing for them. You know, I'm going to draw in my style. They commissioned me. They're paying for my work. And then they'll be like, well, can you change these proportions around and, like, make this hair look different? And I'm sitting here going, that's how I draw that. That's how I would draw that in my style. And now you're asking me to draw it a different way. I've had some people say, like, the hair looks wrong, or, like, this and this is too small or too big, and I want, like, the eyes to be, like, different shaped and things like that. And it's like,
yeah.
I'm getting to the point where I'm going to actually, I do need to write out my terms of services. But I'm gonna be like, if you commission me, you're commissioning me for my work. You're not commissioning me to tell me to draw something in somebody else's style because you don't want to pay for their work. You're commissioning me for my work. And if you have issues with the way that I draw, you know, the style of your hair or the shape of the head, you know, if it looks disproportionate, like right, or bent or something like that, where like it doesn't make sense anatomically, fine. But you do not get to tell me how to change my style around to suit your tastes because you're commissioning me, and I'm not changing my work for you.
Yeah, you're paying for. They're paying for your style.
Yeah. If I was commissioning an artist, I was like, hey, yeah, I want a cute little froggy, and they drew me a cute little froggy. I'm not gonna bitch about it because it's actually it's not cute enough.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bitch about like, you know, I don't like the frog's color. I'm like, ooh, a cute froggy boy.
I don't like the composition of the frog art.
Out of my way.
What did you do to this?
Why did you give the frog a massive rack?
This is not. I was not expecting a Resident Evil frog.
Right, and like I think it's as I get further along and my art gets better, I feel like people have gotten slightly less choosy with me. But I still occasionally get those people who nitpick every single detail in a piece, and it's like I'm gonna start because I've read a lot of artists' terms of service, and I see like you can make 2 small changes, and then after that I'm gonna start charging you, or like if I make a sketch and I have to completely resketch it, I'm gonna charge you.
Yes,
and like
that's how it should be.
And it is how it should be, because for some people I'll draw something, they're like, I don't like that pose, and it's like it's literally what we discussed, and you want like the arms in a different. Recently, I had another guy. He was like, he gave me a very general. He's like, I want you to have freedom doing this. And then a week later, I started working on it. Once it came up to the work position in my queue, and he sent me a sketch. He's like, actually, I want it in this pose.
Is that you?
And I'm like, well, I can try. And then it was like, oh, actually, I also want them in this specific clothing. And it's like, well, we didn't discuss like drawing this specific clothing. I actually don't know how to draw that. And now this piece is going to take me twice as long because now I have to do a bunch of studies. And I need to make another thing about like we will discuss the details of a piece before I start, and if you want to make changes, then you know, depending on the changes, it's going to cost extra. And I just don't. It's my own irresponsibility, I think, as an artist to not have that. So like talking about this is really highlighting how much I actually need to make a legitimate terms of service, not just like
seriously.
paying in full before I start.
If I was an artist, like actually drawing shit, and someone said, yeah, bro, can you, I want this. I want a dog. Okay, here's your dog. Well, actually, I didn't want him like that. Well, you didn't specify, but I guess I can redraw him like.
I wanted this specific dog.
Yeah. And then you draw him like,
you gave me this
actually,
dog.
the dog needs to be eating a bone. Wait, you didn't say that at first. And then like 6 changes. And
My
like,
desires will
alright,
be
dude, I'm gonna charge you
fulfilled.
like 6 times as much now, cause fuck you.
Yeah, and there's some people that I've essentially blacklisted to myself. Where it's like, if this person tries to commission me, I'm not doing it. I'll tell them my queue is full because I don't want to work with them.
Yeah, good. This is like the subreddit like choosing beggars, which I'm pretty sure is like 90% fake.
Do not worry for
But
little
like,
Rose. I assure
like seriously,
Stuff like that. Yeah.
if someone's
I'll provide her with
if someone's just being a dickhole, like, you shouldn't have to worry, or like you shouldn't have to bend to every single thing they want.
I'm not letting you get away.
How about this?
Like, yeah, here's. Tell me what you want. I'll do what you want within reason. And then if you want changes after that, like you're either gonna have to pay or you're only allowed like one or two.
Understand the love of a parent or child. How can you deny?
It's not fair to you that you have to like waste a shitload of time on
Why the
them.
hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
Your time is up. Now die. The Megamycete saved me from the pits of despair. It
Like,
granted
yeah, it's
me
not
this
fair.
splendid
But then,
power.
Yeah,
up
right.
until recently, I was
All
in a
it's done is
position
drive me
where,
nuts.
you know, I had just started, because I've been freelancing for 4 years now. I've learned a lot. I've learned so many things that I wasn't expecting to learn. But when you're in a position where you just started and nobody knows you, it's like you kind of bend over backwards for customers because you want, you want like good reviews. You
Yeah.
want to be something for yourself. And
Feel
people
the
to
dark gods
recommend you to other people.
I think it
When
might just
when
be
it comes
because
to
I'm in like a different, like, at least to me, it feels like, yeah, I am still like completely independent musician, but I would not like, if someone was like, hey, can you write me a song? And they were just like being a shithead over it, like, listen, dude, I'm not putting up with this.
Now, Mr. Winters,
If you want it done a different way, then you need to either pay someone else or do it yourself.
Yeah.
If I combine Rose with a Megamycete, my daughter will be made manifest at last. I've waited a century. A century.
Like, I understand like why you
all for
wouldn't
this
want to
day.
like put up a fight about shit, because it's just easier like when dealing with people and like in quotes from a business aspect. But like, I just hate people. Like fuck off.
Why do you? Surely you have no memories now.
Okay,
So close to death.
She's my goddamn daughter, you psycho!
I will see my hopes. I must.
Another thing that I see is like a lot of people, at least for while you were complaining about payments for musicians, like people wanted something really nice. And, like, it's super common. It's such a trope to complain about this, but people want to pay you less, like less than minimum wage sometimes, because they have no understanding. First of all, I've spent 10 years learning how to draw. And not only did I not get paid for it, but I paid for classes to learn how to do it. And then on top of that, you want me to work for... I had one person requesting a piece, and I was requesting one. They're trying to get me to do like 20 hours of work for like $15. And I was like,
they could do
go
nothing
fuck
to
yourself,
assuage my
because
years
this is
of
ridiculous.
loneliness.
Ever think the problem might be you, Miranda?
I understand going to a
You're
board where
not
people are
capable
offering
of
really
real
cheap art or free art, and you ask for something like that, they're like, okay. But if you're like discussing payment with me, you want a really big piece, and I tell you it's gonna be like $85, and you get shitty about it, I don't want to do business with you. Because you have no respect for me, my well-being, for my work, and you can go try to buy it somewhere else. That's a good fucking luck.
No, completely understandable. Like, I think that is like a choosing beggar thing of like, actually this should be significantly cheaper because I've decided that.
Right, and I understand complaining about, because I know a few artists who do illustrations, and they'll charge like 4,000 euros for a ref sheet with 2 views, and to me that's disgustingly expensive. And they're not doing it for, there's no like artistic meaning to it. There's nothing that like makes it valuable except that people are willing to pay that, and it creates that perception that they're artists.
Please, Mr.
And
Winters.
it's not like there's there's no philosophy behind it. There's no like nothing. There's no real discussion. Just like, haha, cool character, 4,000 euro, which is like $4,500.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Some people have every right to complain about that. But if I'm trying to make enough money to get by,
After all,
you know, off of this
everyone
work, or,
dies.
you know, I'm not even making minimum wage doing this, you know, you can check
Cease!
No, I understand, and I get the idea that like
Or anyone else
I
take
have to
or
like
my
charge a
daughter.
lot for my art to make it seem like it's worth something, especially to
How
people who are
about
like,
this?
I'm buying art because it's expensive. And like,
This is how you end.
unless you're like a really well-known artist or something, it's
To
kind of
ensure
like,
I never see your face,
how do you justify like
I will feed you
charging
to
that much?
every
Right, and even like I'm friends with a really well-known artist, and they have a huge following, and they're like, I'm not gonna do that because it's ridiculous. I'm like, exactly. Like, some people had Patreons, and it's basically paywall to even see their work, and they're like, I don't believe in that. If you subscribe to my Patreon, it's first of all it's cheap, and second of all, you know, it's literally so you can see my work early and vote on what I'm doing instead of, you know. Some people with Patreon, it's like you get to see previews of their work, you never get to see any completed pieces of theirs unless you pay them.
Yeah, and I think the Patreon is like good overall because like that's guaranteed monthly income for the most part.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know how you make like art and things like that sustainable without like just having a large following and being willing to like or like to take the risk on it. Unless you make a shitload and you're able to put like all of it away and then you have stable income from like dividend payouts or some bullshit.
Right. For example, oh baby, making that 15-hour piece was like really stressful for me because I'm like, this took me a long time. I learned a lot. It was also like a little stressful, and I was like, I'm gonna get this done.
Ethan!
And another part of me when I was posting it is going,
Come on, Ethan,
I
wake
hope
up.
that this was worth the 15 hours that I spent on it because
Yeah.
it took me a long time, and honestly, if this flops, I might be done doing this because this is, you know, I spent 3 years on this. I'm not getting a lot, at least not as much attention on Twitter. Like another platform I'm on is working out pretty well for me.
We gotta move.
But I started Twitter, and I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah.
And when I first posted it, I got like 2 retweets and 5 likes, and I was like, I don't know if this is worth.
Hey, that's more than I get.
Yeah. But then I walk away from it. I come back to it the next day, and it's got all of that attention. I'm like, okay.
Keep moving,
So
Ethan.
maybe
There's a bomb in
you
that
know,
thing that'll
this
blow this
thing
whole
my
village
boyfriend
sky
was
high.
encouraging me to do is like,
look
you
at me.
should try doing fewer
When I hit
nicer
this trigger, we
pieces
can't be
and
anywhere near it.
not stop catering to all these randos because
God
you
damn it.
clearly don't enjoy it as
He's
much and the
waiting
work
for
doesn't turn out as nice because
She's
you don't have
alive,
as much
you hear
freedom.
me?
And after that, I'm like,
Alive.
you're dead right. I need to start drawing more of my own work and not shit for other people if I actually want people to notice me
Yeah.
and pay me for the prices.
Yeah.
The issue with that being, if you need money, you can't do that. You know,
And you tell yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, it's not that much further.
because a lot of people, including myself up until recently, didn't have 15 extra hours in the week to spend on something that may or may not work out.
Yeah.
When you could be relaxing and like improving your personal health.
God damn.
No, I understand. It's like, especially how I feel about the music stuff I'm doing. I just like,
Goodbye, Rosemary.
I want people to see it and hear it and shit and to enjoy it. But like, at the end of, I'm like really just doing it for myself because like I have no way to promote it really without getting exceptionally lucky. At least at this point in time of like not being able to do live performances.
For sure. I have the good luck of being somebody who enjoys running around on message boards and actually talking to completely random people all the time. So I did have the sheer dumb blind luck of running into somebody, a good artist who happens to live in the same state as me because we were in a chat room that was for artists like in this region that I'm living in. And they brought me into another area, like a private room where there was originally like 60 other artists. Now there's like 100 of us. most of them are actually pretty well known.
Go.
And
Go, take us up
because
now.
they're like, your work looks good. We think you have a lot of potential. Come hang out with us. This is an art critique group. We can talk about art. We can critique each other's work, things like that. And so I've gotten to know several people who are,
Get
way
moving.
more, like
We have
have
to get clear.
tens of thousands of followers on Twitter and things like that, and just
Sit down
doing
and
way
strap
better than
in.
that. Like
Not
have jobs
before
in the
you
art
tell me
industry.
where Ethan is.
One of the people I know works
I know he wouldn't
for
abandon
Marvel.
us.
They've done banners for
Tell
their
me
conventions.
what's going
They've
on.
designed
Where?
What are those weird bee-eyed little plastic figurines people buy? Pops?
Oh, Funko Pops.
Funko Pops. They've designed a number of those, like stuff like that.
I told you to sit down.
Some of them work for Disney. I know an animator from Disney, things like that. And it's like, it's cool, but it's also super duper lucky because you just have to keep running around talking to people until you meet the right people.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So I have
Imagine
proper
being-
artists influencing my work at this point, but it's also like I ran around talking to people randomly for like 2 years before that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Captain,
Imagine being creative.
you need
Can't
to see
relate.
this.
Oh,
BSAA didn't
I
say
am
it.
not an artist.
This is a bioweapon.
Well, it's something you can do with any business. Like, say maybe you really like woodworking, or maybe you really like,
Pick up the rest of the squad.
I don't know, what is
Plot a
Derek
course
like
for
doing?
BSAA
Like a
Europe
Derek
HQ.
thing that Derek does. You could find other people who like to do the thing that Derek likes to do, and potentially
yeah.
network with them, find a way to make money off of your Derek hobby, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like the same for anything.
Yeah. Also, I was not expecting to actually finish the game in this sitting.
Oh, did I tell you about the people in the CNC class I'm taking? They're extremely like
I think you told me a couple of
eccentric.
them were Zoomers.
Yeah, they're Zoomers, but like they're they're weird and eccentric. Like after going to college, I've come to realize that I seem to be a pretty normal guy in terms of how like outward I am with my personality. I'm pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of these people that I'm in like a couple of these people I'm in this course with are like, they I don't know, it's just they're really eccentric people, and I'm like, I don't really know if I want to go into an industry if all the people are like this that are my age. Because I know that like in the CNC industry, there's this like gap of really old and really young people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go work in like a foundry, a milling place with these kind of people. So I'm like, maybe I'll open my own shop and do like, I don't know, do work like that, like woodworking stuff and maybe some CNC stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The issue with CNCing in home is like the cheaper machines are going to cost you 10 or 15 grand.
Oh yeah, I know.
That starting capital you need is quite high.
Yeah, the starting capital for any kind of like woodworking project is extremely high. Like, would it be like metalworking? Well, metalworking's not as it depends, but like yeah, because the machines just cost so much, so you gotta like either find them on auction, or you have to go to a school that was unfortunate enough to have its like shop close.
Right.
And they have to sell off that used stuff.
Right. That happened to my high school. So myself and a friend of mine were really encouraging because they had a metalworking shop.
Gifts we
They had a bunch of CNC
the more you
machines,
took,
things like
she
that.
snarled.
but they had just been sitting in a back room for like 10 years because there wasn't a teacher to teach the CNC with the metal and things like that. And what we ended up doing is we ended up contacting some wild stuff that teenage me didn't think about. We ended up like reaching out to higher ups and like the school board or whatever you would call it. I don't even remember what it was. But they dragged their asses out to the school to a meeting with us discussing with students like why we thought they needed to give up the school funding to teach that course and to provide electricity and to buy all the safety stuff for learning how to do all that stuff. Because it's a technical skill that a lot of high schoolers, most of which don't go to college, can pick up and make actual money doing out of high school.
Yeah.
And it ended up
Like
not
Aaron,
being-
Matt Burton, right? He has his own wood shop now.
Oh yeah, I've seen. The first thing I saw he made was like a bowl. I'm just gonna skip the credits.
Yeah, it's like that's incredibly based. I'm like I have aversion to woodworking due to a previous grievous injury.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But I've now that I've kind of like started like going to a technical school, I'm like, maybe I think I might want to get back into it.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Falling back once again.
I personally am pretty averse to power tools, which is why I think I'll never be like a sculptor or do a lot of wood or metalworking.
You were being so.
Yeah, I try not to fuck with that shit too.
Well, I mean, like, I made like the stupidest mistake you could possibly make when it came to like woodworking. Well, yeah,
I mean,
but
I
like,
just don't fuck with it because it gives me the spooky.
yeah, I totally
Like, for me, it's
understand.
the loud noise. I don't like how loud it is more than anything.
Yeah,
My ears are really sensitive.
if I was to get back into it, I'd definitely start wearing earring protection. Same if I was to like go back and play in a band again, Aaron. I refuse to sit in front of trumpet players without ear protection ever again. Because like there's like
because of one dickhead. It's funny to play as loud as humanly fucking possible.
Well, it's like, now, because of that and like years of not, of growing up playing in a band and not knowing that that can cause long-term hearing damage. If it gets like actually like straight up dead silent, my ears start to ring and I cannot fall asleep if that happens.
You're needed, Evelyn.
So yeah, I think if I was to ever get back into any kind of, well, yeah, since I am actually getting back into it, I'm gonna like get some ear protection,
Yeah.
Stand down.
The shit they don't teach people enough of.
And like they teach that kind of stuff like at the high school I went to. They taught us like, make sure you wear ear protection, always wear safety, goggles and whatnot.
You're a lot like him,
Don't
Well,
put your
talk about,
penis
like,
into
things.
the
I don't
auger.
ever recall anyone in high school band dealing, learning anything about protecting their hearing. The machine classes, yeah, they definitely at least make you wear goggles. But I remember being in a back room with loud tools and not wearing any ear protection and just hating it.
Yeah. Like, basically no band or music people will ever teach you, like, that your fucking hearing protection or your hearing is important and that you should do something to protect it. It's just like a footnote. It's like, yeah, you should think about maybe not fucking up your ears forever.
Well, it's weird because like in high school, no one talks to you about it, and then you go to like a college program, and suddenly you learn about ear training, and you're like, oh wait, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
I thought this was gonna be like a 11-hour game. Like I was not expecting this to finish this now.
On the flip side, for me, I've had a knack for drawing, so this could be a different thing for a lot of people. But most of my art classes, I did not learn that much. It was more me spending time practicing with different subject matter.
Yeah.
Sorry for the cat, if you can hear her.
No,
It's a good kitty.
but-
We like the cat.
Yes, I know. But for the most part, the classes were never that challenging, and which was very frustrating for me. Now, granted, Carthage isn't exactly known for its visual arts program, but like the classes felt like such a fucking joke sometimes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even an art major. Like I was in an art minor, I was in an art major, and I took like 3 or 4 art classes while I was in college. And I was drawing and painting significantly better than most of the majors, to the point where, like, you know, that we do the thing with the beginning of class where we talk about what our major is and why we're taking the class. And of course I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a physics major. I'm taking this class because I like to draw. Which it's like, oh, a physics person probably just likes to draw. What a fucking, you know, pleb. And then I go in and I draw better than 90% of the class.
Oh yeah, the fucking elitism and that kind of shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then the art teacher, I had a couple occasions the art teacher would come around and just like get a shocked look on their face and then smile really big, because my art actually looks decent. My traditional artwork, my digital artwork is getting there. I'm not trying to brag. It's just from a
No, it's
technical
okay,
standpoint,
Felix.
not
No, I
good.
understand.
And
I can draw
it's
stick
like,
figures.
yes, you
Take them.
don't need to major. Frankly, you don't. I think art is one of those things that you really don't need to major in to be successful and to be a good artist. If you want to work for a company, like, without developing a major portfolio, then maybe. But like, I'm talking to these other guys who work for companies. They're like, yeah, you just need a good portfolio. Like, they don't care if you have a degree or not. So it's like, stop going to these art classes and having a fucking stick up your ass unless you want to do studio work. And even then, the fucking studio artists are going to be even more laid back than the people working at the companies. But it felt like such bullshit for me to feel like I learned nothing in the classes and to draw significantly better than most of the students. And I was like, maybe I should have gone to art school. And then more recently, like, I'm talking to these people, are like, no, you don't need to. Just make sure you learn this set of skills and do it well and create a portfolio, and you're fine.
So
And everything else you need to pick up on the job.
A couple things to say about this too, but first, like, I think art specifically, not only is it like incredibly subjective, obviously, but I think if you can learn how to draw well, but if you don't have like, I think just an innate ability to like understand and like, yeah, this is something that looks nice, I feel like you're going to eternally struggle to actually do anything well in art.
Yeah.
Like,
I have to agree with that, unfortunately. I don't think people like to hear that, you know, not everyone is going to be good at everything. Just, you know, yes, you can do anything if you put your heart into it. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to do it in a reasonable amount of time. It doesn't mean that you can make a career out of it. It doesn't mean that you're going to be good at it when you need to be good at it.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
people get spoon-fed that, and then they come to college and they're not good at something and they don't get accepted into things and they get really, you know, butthurt about it. And it's like, well, you got to figure out what you're actually good at. And drawing is hard. It really is. And it takes a lot of work. And if you don't have, you know, the motor skills, or, you know, same thing with like music, you know, if your hands can't reach the keys, you can't do it, you know, or
kind of, because
you know, if you played the wrong size instrument, like let's say you're a kid and they give you violins,
there's a guy at Carthage, you might have seen him play before, but he played piano, and he is
yeah, that was my boyfriend's teacher.
Yeah,
he told me about that.
Yeah, like I saw him and I'm like, he played like shit that I wouldn't think he could, and it's like fucking incredible. Like, he figured the workaround for it, and I think he just became, I don't even know what the workaround for like playing dual octaves at the same time with one hand for him is. It probably has to be like being incredibly fast,
right?
But yeah,
but see that,
I think that's also like
that's
he's just to a certain degree born with the ability to be able to do that.
Right, which was I was going to say. I think my size thing was a poor analogy. When I'm trying to make the point that you have to have some kind of skill that allows you to do that. It could be anything, but again, if you're lacking somewhere and you can make up for it somewhere else, that's fine. But if you lack any sort of innate drawing ability, you're really, really going to struggle to be able to draw anything.
What were you going to say, Derek?
Yeah, you can draw stuff, but like you got to have that eye for what's good. And like the thing with like, you know, having like motor skills, like if you act like, you know, you can not have the skill, but you can, like that guy, find a workaround
Mm-hmm.
that works for you. And if it works for you, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Because especially too, the way I think about it with music is like we've seen plenty of performances of incredibly subpar work and just like fucking garbo.
Yeah.
And like, and it doesn't matter how, like, they could have spent dozens and dozens of hours like doing that the way they wanted it to, but it doesn't matter because in execution it's shit. And it feels
Right.
mean to say like they will probably never actually make anything worth listening to. But like,
I guess it also depends on like what you want out of whatever creative thing you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, like I just want to sound good when I play. I'm not doing it, you know.
This is for Twitch. Speaking of not making anything worth listening to, here are my links, pussies.
You know, like it took you know, freshman year I was definitely a shitter when it came to playing my instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, sophomore year I was like, you know, I think I want to sound good. So, you know, I started working on that, but like, you know, my goal isn't to become like the best, you know, instrument, like the best player
Mm-hmm.
in the history of the instrument that I play. Like my goal is to have fun with my friends when we go and play music, but I also want to sound good because, you know.
No, I get it. Like, I think especially too that like anyone can learn to play music well. I think it's more just like interpretation and like actually making your own stuff are the main points that like really separate people, because like anyone can play music to a certain degree and be competent at it and technically become a professional if they work hard enough. I believe that's true. I don't believe everyone can write music. I believe the actual like creation of something like that is significantly different. And not to say
no,
like,
I fully like agree. Like I am definitely not someone who can make music, but I can play music.
and I don't mean to like this isn't like for me like a jerk myself off moment. Like I think I can make music like perfectly fine and like shit that people would want to listen to. But like I'm also creating music with the sole intention of like this is something that I would want to listen to personally. Like I'm not making shit like in essence to be famous.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
that's
for
like
me, go ahead.
that's a huge thing. Like you wanna create sorry to cut you off, Felix. You
Oh,
wanna
you're good.
create art that you would want to, like, that you'd feel proud in doing, or you know, making, listening to, or whatever. That's a huge part of being an artist, I feel.
hmm Like for me, I value like my final product, but more than anything, I am obsessive about my process. Like I just love it so much to draw. That's, you know, I drew things when I was a kid. It's something that I've always been drawn to. And just yesterday, I sat down and I drew for 9 hours, and I didn't go have a meal. And I sat up because I've been streaming and talking to people, and I was like, fuck, I've been drawing for 9 hours. I need to go for a walk or something, because I get so lost in, you know, my whatever you like. I get in a flow state, I guess, really easily doing that. And I've had days where I've drawn until 4 a.m. because it's just so obsessively enjoyable for me. To an unhealthy point sometimes.
I used to be able to do
It's
that.
part of getting good at something.
It's like, at least for me, when I was working on music shit, like I used to be able to do that. And now I just have a hard time sitting down and focusing. Like, I don't know what it is, but I've just like, it's been a lot more difficult with like basically everything.
Maybe
you
like
beat
if I had to
Resident Evil?
make a wild guess, because I don't know what your lifestyle is like, maybe like you're being distracted by your devices, or you're not getting enough sleep, or you know, there's like
No, I mean,
maybe you're not exercising
when I
enough,
do
like
my
things
things,
like that.
I mean, I have an idea of what it is, but at least when I'm working on my music stuff, it's like I normally turn my phone off, or it's far enough away from me like that if I need to answer questions and shit or like texts, but I'm not answering them
Yeah.
all the time. And the computer that I'm using to stream on right now, like it goes into sleep, so I don't look at it unless I need to like, shit, how do I do this in the program? I'm just gonna do it on the desktop because it's faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's to a certain degree it's the motivation thing of just like sitting down and doing it. But I don't know. I think we can get into it more. I don't want to talk about it necessarily all on stream.
Yeah, you can end your stream.
All right, stream over. Fuck you, VOD watchers.
Bye, VOD watchers.